This mission is about perspective coordination, bringing together two or more perspectives, viewpoints, or frames of reference. This is the highest level skill in our perspective taking, seeking, coordinating triad. Perspective coordination is the culmination of perspective taking and seeking. Bringing together two or more perspectives, viewpoints, or frames of reference can have a high degree of difficulty, particularly if the perspectives are widely divergent. Perspective coordination allows us to make better leadership decisions, be better collaborators, and navigate a complex and ambiguous world with confidence that we have done what we can to mitigate risk in the face of uncertainty and volatility. Once you have sought the perspectives of your important stakeholder groups, it can be helpful to make a map of what you discovered. This map can help you uncover patterns that can lead to win-win solutions. There are several items worth mapping. What are the biases, blind spots, and assumptions held by each stakeholder group? What expertise does each group bring, and how does this color their perspectives? How would you summarize the goals and objectives of each group? Does this help you see similarities and common ground? If you step back, can you identify values or principles that create common ground? Can you see bridges that could lessen the negative impact of colliding beliefs and worldviews? Once you have the current reality mapped out like this, you can begin to work towards facilitating win-win outcomes. Let's look at how. Developing the ability to coordinate perspectives is not easy. There is no single simple recipe. It is one of the most complex and intricate of leadership skills that you can develop. Each situation is unique, and our ever-changing world demands you to develop your perspective, coordination, agility continually. Remember the value of pulling in partners and other stakeholders whenever possible. You might apply the thinking team approach we discussed in a previous mission to tackle your most important issues. Others can help you build out your stakeholder map and check your thinking and conclusions. Perspective coordination is a game best played with others who share an interest in creating win-win outcomes and decisions. Your map likely showed that most stakeholder perspectives were limited or biased towards their position and expertise. One strategy to consider is how you might help stakeholders with limited perspective take a wider view. It is often helpful to try and expand viewpoints and get your stakeholder groups to consider different perspectives by standing in each other's shoes. Perspective coordination at its core is an exercise in systems thinking. To improve your grasp of systems thinking, we encourage you to review the Donella Meadows Project Academy for Systems Change, the online archive. For starters, check out the article on leverage points, places to intervene in a system. Understanding how systems work is so important. We are offering the review of this article as your mission challenge. Once you and your team have identified your best thinking, you should plan to build further alignment with your stakeholders. There is no one perfect decision or solution for the most complex problems. But if you show your stakeholders that you have listened to their input and carefully considered how to craft a win-win outcome, you can often overcome anticipated resistance. An important point to remember is to maintain as much transparency as possible while fully communicating the process you used to come to your final decision. As long as stakeholder groups feel their perspectives were seriously considered and the process of perspective coordination was fair, it will be much easier to build buy-in to your final decisions. Remember, perspective coordination is one of the highest level leadership skills you can develop. Be patient and commit to developing your perspective coordination agility over time. Here are a few best practices to keep in mind. Invite collaborative thinking from others who want to create win-win solutions. Map all perspectives in detail and check your thinking with stakeholders to make sure you got it right. Step back to see the whole system and encourage your stakeholders to do the same. Look for common ground and bridges that underlie competing perspectives. Remember to maintain fair process and transparency throughout to increase the odds of a successful outcome. Finally, reflect on your results. Any effort of the magnitude that calls for perspective coordination is worth a lessons learned review. Here are some key questions to review. Did you maintain fair process? Was your result worth the effort? Did buy-in to the decision improve? What did you learn in the process? How can you make future perspective coordination more efficient and more valuable? If you want to be a great leader, you will want to continually work on developing your practices and habits of perspective coordination.